Hi, I'm Rob and this is Gems of War. In this video I'm going to show you how to defeat that mouldy courgette Zull'Goth. He's really annoying and pops up in guild wars and PvP teams all the time, but once you know what to do he's actually surprisingly easy to deal with. But I'm going to make it worse. In this team I'm going to be up against, I'm going to make it as if we're fighting a team on Purple Day on Guild Wars, for example, where this is where you may find him in a typical team which gets him charged up really quickly, just kills one of our troops outright, and maybe kills a second one as well because of all the skulls he creates. A real handful. So much to worry about in this team, and there's a double threat because of the Doomed Chronicle as well. So we worry about this team because it starts off with Leprechaun. Starts battles with a full mana, explodes a load of green, charging up the team really quickly. Zuul'Goth gets first dibs on red and blue, so all that Leprechaun explosion goes straight into him on those colours. Purple goes on to Thrall, who then can cast as well, and that usually fills up Zuul'Goth, so we need to get rid of that sucker as soon as possible. But we have an extra threat as well. Doomed Chronicle is here. This creates a mix of 6 purple gems and skulls for every purple enemy. They know on Purple Day on Guild Wars, for example, we're going to have a full purple team, so that's going to be the maximum amount. Real pain in the bum. As well as that, gain 2 bonus purple when matching purple gems. As well as that, start battles with 50% mana. This is going to be a pain. Or is it? So, they've got their mouldy courgette, they've got their devastating book, and we're doing this in a Guild Wars Purple Day type scenario, because this is like doing it as worst case as possible really, with a Zuul'Goth, a really fast start, a super damaging book on Purple Day. So this is a typical way how you can deal with a Zuul'Goth type team, and you do have to sacrifice one of your troops basically for a Godslayer. This is a typical team, but what you're going to do is look for purple troops, because obviously on this is a Purple Day scenario, and put in Godslayer into the search bar, and this will bring up all your troops which have the Godslayer trait and use purple. So any one of these can be selected, but don't just pick anybody. You want to make sure first of all you're going to do enough damage. Now what you should do first of all, and I should have done that immediately, was take a look at the total armor and life of Zuul'Goth. He's got 98 armor, 104 life in this situation, which is a total of 202. So we need, if we can, to get rid of him in a single hit. So back to edit, purple, remember 202 total. Now you can look at your various Godslayers. Obviously the mythic level ones that you have are going to be doing the most damage. They'll be doing 5 times damage to the boss. But here it says 40, for example. Now 40 times 5 damage is 200. I was like, oh my god, we're going to be just 2 away from killing him in one go. But don't just look at that and rely on that. Pop them in the team first into where the troop you're going to replace is, and then take a look again. Now your bonus stats have been applied, and you'll see you actually will often, most of the time, be doing more damage. It's now actually 50 damage to the enemy, which is going to be 250 total. That's now absolutely plenty to deal with Zuul'Goth in a single hit. Obviously, if you're a lower level player or you're newer to the game, then you may have to cast your Godslayer twice, for example. This is just, you know, the way it is until you build up those stats. There's no other way particularly around it on the Godslayer side of things. But again, don't just pick anybody that deals enough damage to kill him. Look for other advantages too. For example, if we can, we want a 50% start, or we want a troop that's going to entangle the first troop when doing skull damage, for example. That'd be superb, because then it stops their book at the same time. They can cast as many skulls as they want and it won't make any kind of difference. That's got no real advantages there. No real advantages there. Bingo! Freya. Start battles with 50% mana. Absolutely superb. Gives us a real advantage in this fight. We'll pop her into the place where Leprechaun was. Now what I'll do as well is now make sure she gets cast as quickly as possible. For this reason I'm going to bump her up to the top of the team. Rearrange the rest of the team as thus, and then what it means is now any purple, any yellow is going to go straight onto Freya. She's going to have that 50% start and be ready to cast absolutely straight away and get rid of Zull'Goth, and then we can deal with their book as it happens. It's like the key to this is getting rid of Zull'Goth straight away. So let's jump into a battle. So any purple, any yellow is exactly what we're looking for straight away. Not frozen on anybody, so it's safe to take that first. Now we can be guaranteed we're getting our Godslayer up. Still look around for 4 matches and things like that. But now the Godslayer's up, we can cast it on Zull'Goth and he's gone straight away. No more Zuul! You're a history, mate. Simple as that. Your mouldy courgette is in the bin where it should be. Now we can just concentrate on denying their hero purple if we can. This is going to stop them getting their book up. Once the entangle has gone on the first enemy, of course, or you've killed them, it's not a lot you can do about that, because basically you've got to now deal with their book. But Zull'Goth has gone, and that is the key. And it's not often you find this kind of lineup anyway. A lot of the time, the whole team is based around getting Zull'Goth charged up as fast as possible. Nice work at that. Now we can cast this, and if we get any sort... No, we'll take actually... They're going to get purple next time anyway, you see, so... What we can do is get that, get our reflection of good up. Obviously you have to base these kind of decisions on whatever team you're using. This isn't bad. There's a few things I can do here, really. This is not going to kill their book. You can cast Reflection of Good on the first ally. This is going to give them a barrier and Reflect, which is going to hurt their book at the same time. You can cast Arachnian Weaver. That's a pretty good shout. That's going to reduce that scatter damage down to 10. So that's going to reduce that. But I'm going to cast Reflection of Good on the first troop. I could have cast the Wild Queen as well. That may have killed their book outright. I'll now cast this on their book, and they're gone. So that was a good dual counter defense, if you like, to a Zull'Goth and a book team. The video is mainly about how to deal with Zull'Goth primarily, but you will often come across these situations where you get a double threat, where you get like the book at the same time, for example, like I just showed. So I'll just pop into that one more time. It's all about the Godslayer. Getting rid of that Zull'Goth absolutely as quickly as possible. Don't always get a lucky start like that, getting the purple like that. That is very handy indeed. Can't say no to that. Actually going to allow them to cast their Leprechaun. Time is on our side now. We've no panic. We can get rid of their mouldy courgette. We'll cast this on Wild Queen now. We're going to create some mana for the team. Wild Queen is up. That is going to reduce the attack of the first enemy. In fact, it ended up killing them, but hey ho, we can now cast it on them instead, and their book is now gone. So they got a bit lucky there. But we lost one, but with Arachnian Weaver, when we kill their Leprechaun, there's a 75% chance to gain a Web Spinner, which would give us a fuller roster of troops again. So let's just get what we need to finish off this little Leprechaun. Put him out of his misery. It's going to be an astonishing comeback if he got a win from here, let's face it. Not a lot of colours in our favour there. And still not. Apart from that purple. Right, and then when he dies, we've got a 75% chance of a Web Spinner. But Wild Queen decided to hang in there a little bit. And there's the Web Spinner. So we finish off with the full roster of troops anyway, even though the AI got that little lucky run on skulls or whatever happened. Didn't quite see how Freya popped her clogs in, but she did. But again, that was kind of a worst case scenario. That was a really fast start for them on purple, collecting as much purple as possible with a Zull'Goth, with a really damaging book, and we dealt with it pretty straightforward. And obviously on the different Guild Wars colour days, you just change the God Slayer to the colour of the day and look for the same kind of bonuses. So there it is, there's a video. If you found it useful or helpful, it'd be cool if you hit that like and subscribe button. But most of all, thanks for watching. Catch you again next time. Bye for now.